And change our camera. And there's Bruce. There he is. Hi, Bruce. You know, I put the microphone on and forgot to turn it on. Duh.
Oh, morning, Mona.
Hello, Bruce. All right, that should be a little bit better. You should be able to hear me better now. All righty.
Hi, Peg.
I think she's on mute.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Make sure you have that stretching strap for the end of the day, end of the workout too. I need to use that. A little bit cooler today. So it might be harder for us to mobilize.
It's a lot cooler here.
All right. My feng shui is up. My camera's not quite right, but you can see me. That's important. That's the important part. All right. Sitting in our chair. Let's get that posture right. Get those shoulders right over your hips. Give me like about shoulder width on those feet so that the legs are a little bit more mobile. Go ahead and roll them around. Kind of get those joints loosened up. Roll those shoulders till you find them sitting right over your hips. And work on the breathing. In through that belly. Out. Making sure that belly is actually moving as you breathe. Nice deep breaths in and blow it out. Letting those shoulders settle right over your hips, dropping the shoulders away from your ears, right? Let those hands relax right next to your side, and sit on top of your lap. Give me one more deep breath in. And go ahead and drop that head down to that right side. Let that ear, right ear, trying to touch that right shoulder, which of course it won't. Give me a nice deep breath in there, blowing it out. And then drop that chin down to the chest. Letting the back of your neck stretch. Open up those vertebrae on your cervical spine. And then roll it around left ear, left shoulder. And that nice stretch along the back of your neck to the top of your shoulder. Working that breathing, trying to let that air recirculate and energize your body. Bring your head back up to the center. And we're going to look over your right shoulder, stretching the front of your neck. Deep breath in, blow it out. One more time. Bring that head back to the other side. Open it up on that right side, looking over your left shoulder. Go ahead and bring it to the middle and roll those shoulders out a little bit. Give me a nice deep breath up, reaching those hands up to the ceiling, nice and long. Drop them down. Let the hands hang next to your sides. So pulling the shoulders down just by the weight of your arm. I'm going to bring that right shoulder up, hand up, arm out, reaching it out. Open that palm up, and then look to that left side. So get a little bit of stretch on that arm, a little bit of stretch on the neck. Rotate the hand down, and then rotate the hand up, getting a little more stretch. Down. One more time, rotate it up. And then drop it down, bring the head back to the middle. Drop the shoulders down, let that hand hang next to your side, and bring up that left arm, reach it out, palm up, and look over your right shoulder, bring that palm down, and up, and down. One more time up, reach that arm out, bring the hand down, and drop it all the way down next to your side, head back to the middle. Breathe in, arms come up. Nice big stretch. Go ahead and clasp those fingers together and reach, stretch those arms up, opening up those shoulders, keeping those hips on the solid on your chair. Go ahead and reach over to that right side, giving it a nice long stretch through that armpit to the hip. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop it down, circle those arms all the way around and give yourself a nice hug. Opening up the back. I just pull those shoulder blades away from the spine, opening up those shoulders through the backside. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms come on up, clasp them together, reach them all the way up. And drop over that left side, stretching that right armpit through the ribs, all the way down to the hip, keeping those feet firmly on the ground, hips on the chair. Come back to the middle, drop those arms around, other arm on the bottom, give yourself another hug. This time, arch a little forward, rounding out your back. Come on up, bring those arms all the way out, up, straight up, forward fold, from those hips, all the way down to the ground. If you need a block here or a pillow to support yourself, that's fine. Letting that low back, right down there at that sacrum, pull away from your hips, let it stretch. Kind of in a little bit of a rag doll, letting that upper body just kind of sink into the ground. Let the head dangle. With each breath out, you're letting that body relax a little bit more, getting that low back stretch. Breathe. Go ahead and roll your back all the way up, stacking one vertebrae right on top of the other. Whew, that's a good one, huh? Go ahead and reach on up. Exhale, come down, twisting to the right. Use the back of your chair if you want, reaching outside your right leg with your left arm. Go ahead and open up that chest. Giving yourself that nice stretch around your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. And come on back to the middle. We got one more side. Here we go. Reach it up, nice and tall. Reach for the ceiling. Exhale, come down to the left. Reaching outside that left knee. Rotate around, nice and tall. Breathing in and breathing out. One more nice deep breath in and blow it out. Come on back to that middle. All right. Work on a little bit of legs while we're here. Stick out that left leg, point those toes up, and then drop them down. So you're pointing those toes like a ballerina. Bring that toes up, flatten out that foot, and down. And up, get a little calf action in here. One more time, up, Keeping that knee straight, sitting up nice and tall, using that right leg for support. Reach that left hand down as far as you can. Again, this is where that block will come into play if you need it to support yourself. We're trying to stretch that whole back of the leg. Nice long stretch. Go ahead and if you can drop down to the ground, that's great. If you can't, use your block. Letting that low back stretch, let that hamstring stretch. You keep those toes pointed up, you're going to get some calf stretch. Inhale, nice and deep. Exhale, drop that chest a little closer. One more deep breath in. And roll yourself all the way back up. Bring that leg in, back to center. Extending that right leg out. Again, point the toes up, then point them down, up, down. Just kind of flexing that foot so you get some range of motion in those toes, in the metatarsals, the bones of the foot. Roll the ankle. Big breath in. And reach as far down as you can. Use that left leg for support. You need a block, use the block. Try and keep those toes pointed up. We're going to get that stretch on the back of the calf. Inhale, let that upper body relax a little into the stretch. Nice long back of your leg. Gently roll yourself back up. Bring that leg underneath you. We're going to rotate to the left side. Go ahead and scooch to the front of your chair, toasting that left leg in front of you. Bend over and reach that right leg as far back as you can, dropping the laces of your shoes and the top of your foot to the ground. And go ahead and push yourself up till you get to a good stretch all along that front of your thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice and tall. Open up that hip joint. Drop that chest down, bring that leg back in, and pull yourself back to the middle. Whew, other side. All the way to the other side, facing the right. Drop your chest down, kick your left leg back. As far back as you are comfortable with it. And then gently lift your chest up, feeling it stretch. This should be even a little bit on your lower stomach, maybe stretching. Down the front of your thigh, through the front of your foot. Nice and tall. Deep breath through that lower belly. Go ahead and drop it forward. Pull that leg through. Bring it around. All right. We're going to do kind of a new one, kind of a lizard stretch. So I'm going to have you bring your right foot up and drop it just over the top of your right leg. Right, so we want to sit up nice and tall, bringing the shoulders away from your hips. I'm starting to already feel that just in my hip, just sitting up tall. Right now, I want you to lean forward into that stretch, not down. I want you to pick up nice and tall, and then push your chest out and away from you. So you're getting a nice stretch on that outside of your hip. A little on the inside maybe of your leg. And gently roll yourself as far forward as you feel comfortable. For some of you, you might be just sitting up and getting that leg across stretch. That's fine too. Breathing in, breathing out. Each exhale, try and let that chest drop a little bit closer to your leg. And roll your upper body back up. Go ahead and drop that leg down. Other side, bring it up. Now one side's more than likely going to be tighter than the other. My knees popping up higher on this one. So I'm gently going to push it down, whatever I can tolerate. I'm going to lift up tall, sit up high. Already feel it stretching on that hip. And I'm going to lean forward into that camera, so I'm getting away from my hips to my shoulders. Feel it stretch deep into that outer hip. Breathing in, breathing out. And then roll you back all the way back up, stacking those shoulders. Drop that foot down. All right, feeling those feet on the ground. Right, scrunch your toes a little bit, open them up. Flatten out those arches, pushing the arches down into the ground. And then scrunch up the feet and drop them down. Flatten them out. Just feeling the ground. Sitting up tall. We're going to push down on the feet, push out on the hips to get up. Nice and tall. All right. Lower body, some of that lower body, your back should be nice and stretched out. And you reach up all the way to the ceiling, get nice and tall. All the way up on those toes, pushing those hips out just a little bit. Come on back down, reach those arms down all the way into that nice chair position. Chest is up, elbows are gently touching the tops of your legs, and you're pushing those hips down and back. Feeling those legs wake up. Be a little bit more alive there. Keep that chest up. It's not rounded. My back is nice and flat. Pushing down on the ground with those feet. Come on up all the way through to a nice tippy toe. Finding that balance. Belly in. Drop it down. Whew. One more time. Arms up. Come on down. Drop into that chair position. Palms up. Chest up. Feel those feet on the ground, pushing your weight to the backs of your heels so you're nice and balanced. I'm going to have you bring your hands up and look over to that left side. Feeling that little bit of a twist on that low back. Nice and strong here. Breathe up, breathe in, breathe out. One more deep breath in. And unwind, come all the way up, nice and tall, onto those tippy toes, belly in. Reaching for the ceiling. Come on down, all the way down into that chair, palms up, hips down, feeling the ground. Hands to chest, twist to the right, feel that low back nice and strong. Get a good stretch through the spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Back to the middle. Keeping those knees slightly bent. Give me a little bit of a ragdoll. Standing up, so my knees are slightly bent. My arms are just hanging down. You want to grab the elbows. And roll all the way back up. Stacking those shoulders, stacking those vertebrae. Good job, everyone. All right, I'm going to step back with my right foot back into a lunge crescent position. Both feet are parallel to each other. And I'm going to rotate so you can see me using that chair. Both feet are pointed forward. pushing those hips down, stretching that back heel. So we're getting a nice straight line through that right leg. I'm pressing into my front foot all the way to that arch, so I'm nice and solid. Keeping that knee pointed right over those toes. Bringing those arms up nice and tall. Reach up, belly in. Working some balance here. Woof. I'm going to rotate to my left, grabbing outside of my left leg with my right hand. So give me a twist. I'm looking behind me. I'm looking away. Feel that twist. Feel that balance. Excellent. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push that back heel into the ground. Unwind. Come up. Step forward. Forward fold into that chair. Pushing those hips back and away. Stretching that lower, the hamstring and low back. Let it drag all into that chair. Keeping those legs straight, knees straight, push back. Bend those knees and come on up. Whew. We're doing good. Step back with that left. Get into that lunge position. So I'm driving my left heel. I'm trying to push it into the ground, straightening out that leg. Pushing down on that front knee so the knee is right over that heel. Feeling that nice long torso, stretch it up. Reach up with those hands, shoulders right over your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Exhale and rotate. Feel that upper body stretch. Open up that chest. Open up that belly. Nice and strong. Is that heel pushing into the ground? Either one. Breathe in, come on up, step up, fold into that chair, push the hips back. Ooh, nice job, you guys. Getting a little bit of balance work in early. Feeling that low back stretching. Go ahead and roll yourself back up. All right, similar yet different. We're going to step back. With that right foot, open it up to a 45-degree angle. Our toes of our front foot are pointing forward with the knee right over the knee pushing right over that second toe. And we're going to bring both hips to point forward. Reach up tall. Grab those hands and gently look up to you, the corner of the room, depending upon your confidence level. All the way up to the ceiling, getting a stretch on that whole front side. Breathe. Deep breath in, blow it out. We're going to open up that back foot and open up the arms. Warrior two, pushing down on that front foot. How low can we get on that front leg, right? Pushing that back heel into the ground. Reach those arms out and away. We're going to do some pulses here. So we're going to drop down, come up. Drop down, breathe, come up. Drop, we're strengthening that front leg. Drop down, come up. Drop down, come up. Breathe, hold. Nice and low. Get that stretch. Feel that power in that front leg. We're going to reach back, touch the back of your knee with your right hand, and reach up to the ceiling with your left. Reach, reach, reach. Breathe. Drop it forward. Be that reverse angle. Reach that right arm away from the right foot. Still feeling the power in that left leg. Deep breath in, breath out, up and back, push forward. We're going to lean into that chair for a triangle. Push that ankle back and away. Nice long stretch on that left leg in the back of the leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Rotate that right foot around. Step forward. Roll yourself back up. Nice and tall. Breathe in, arms come up. Give me that big stretch. Release into that nice posture. And we're going to step back with the other leg. I'm rotating, so I'm going to face you. So I'm going to step back with that left. Finding your balance. Open it up to 45 degrees. Pushing the right knee over the toes. Go ahead and reach up. Nice and tall. Pull the shoulders away from the hips. Look up to the corner of the room. Or if you want a deeper stretch, up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go ahead and open up the arms. We're going to open up that back foot so it's perpendicular to the front and drop down into that front leg. Give me that nice stretch. Reach those arms away. We're going to drop down, come up. Pulse it down, come up. We're trying to drop straight down at those hips. Come up, straight down, up. Nice and strong. Up. One more time, down and hold into that nice deep lunge position. We're breathing in deep and dropping our shoulders back, reaching up with our right hand. Reach behind your left knee with your left hand. Open up that whole front side. Do not come up on that right leg. Keep it nice and loaded, nice and strong. And rotate it around. Long left arm, long left leg. Just a little bit of weight on that front right arm. Breathe through it. One more time, nice deep breath. And roll around. Oop, I forgot one more. Push it back into that triangle. Right, push those hips back. Reaching up, give me that open chest. Reach down your leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Go ahead and come up. Rotate around. Now we're stepping forward. Going into that nice ragdoll into the chair, pushing those hips back. See that nice stretch on your lower back. Whew. Bend your knees slightly as you roll your back up. Nice and tall. How are you doing, everyone? We gotta have to work on our balance. So if you need your chair there, have your chair. Right? If you need two chairs, one on each side for that balance, that's fine too. Be a dresser, be a chair, whatever we have. All right. Going down, feeling, starting from the ground, we're gonna feel those feet pushing into the ground, right? You're gonna lift your hips up, away from your feet. Lift your belly and your ribs away from your hips. And lift your shoulders, let them float above your hips. So you're nice and tall, your belly's pulled in. Feel it stretch through that belly. You're gonna shift your weight to your right side. And lift up your left leg, being nice and tall. Set it up, it makes it easy, belly tight, nice and strong. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Go ahead and open that leg and close it. Open. Breathe each time. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Go ahead and tuck that leg right onto your shin, lifting those shoulders up nice and tall, feeling that balance. Deep breaths, blow in, blow out. Belly's working, lift those shoulders. And release, walk out those hips just a little bit. Nice. When we start to feel like we're gonna fall, the first thing you do is you kind of crunch in, right? And that weakens up your structure. So you wanna try and, if you feel like you're gonna fall, lengthen and tighten the structure up. All right, we got one more side, you guys. Find your balance, right? Push your feet into the ground. Lift those hips away from the feet. Lift the ribs up, nice and tall. Shoulders high, looking straight ahead. Shift that weight to the left and pick up that right, nice and tall. Feel how strong that structure is. All your core muscles are engaged in lengthening. Nice and tall. Breathe. Open your gate. Close. Open. Close. Go ahead, find your balance. Open. Everything's slow. And close. One more time. Open. And drop that foot straight into your shin. Finding that balance, being nice and tall. It's okay to correct. Feel the strength of being tall and strength of being solid. Breathe in, breathe out, and drop it down with those hips. Just kind of loosen them up. They're really getting strong, so getting tight. So you want to loosen them up. Just go ahead and make some hip circles with it. Loosen up those legs inside. You guys are doing great. We're going to gently, slowly get back down to the ground. So go ahead and reach up nice and tall. Then we'll do a forward fold into our chair. Drop your hips back. So we're in a downward dog position, or the triangle. And then drop your shoulders right over your hands and bring yourself into a nice planked position. Belly in, nice and tight. Breathing in, breathing out. Push yourself back up to that downward dog position. I'm going to give you a good challenge today. We're going to push down on that left foot and lift your right. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring that right foot into your chest, plant it down. Push yourself all the way up into a nice crescent, a little more balance work. And step it up, forward fold. Letting those hips go back, stretch out the backs of your legs. One more time, we're going to walk those legs back into our downward dog position, right? Feel the back of the legs stretch in that downward dog. And then drop your hips in, walk your shoulders right over your hands, belly in tight, push your heels into the ground. Feel the power of that core, keeping that body in line. Two more nice deep breaths, breathing in, breathing out. Push yourself back up to downward dog. Plant that right foot and lift the left. Give me a nice stretch on those hips. Feel the power of balance. Step through that left foot in the front. Firmly on the ground, stand up, pushing through that front foot. Breathe in, breathe out, step forward, forward fold, and walk it back. We're going down to the ground, you guys. Walk it down into the ground, give me a nice plank on the ground. Plank it out. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Push those heels into the ground. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. One more time. Deep breath in. Blow it out. Drop those knees down. Drop your feet down into your child pose. Let that low back stretch. Let the head dangle between your arms. Here we're going to push up and get you into your quadruped position. And have your hands right underneath your shoulders. Your knees should be right underneath your hips. And your back should be nice and flat. So if you see your low back sagging or you're arching up, find that nice middle. And we're going to reach out, right arm, left leg. Bring it out and away, stretch it out. That back remains flat. Your hips remain pointed down. Breathe it in, breathe it out. I'm going to have you bring your right elbow in to touch your left knee right underneath your belly. And then reach it on all the way back out. Keeping that back nice and flat. Bring that elbow to your knee. Nice and strong, back is flat. Push it out. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop it down. Curl your toes under and push your hips back, giving those shoulders a little bit of a break. Breathe. Stretch out the soles of your feet. Come back up. Drop your toes down. Got the other side, so we're going to stretch. Reach out with our left arm and our right leg. Reach as far as you can, keeping that hip parallel, or that leg parallel to the ground, the arms parallel to the ground. Back is nice and flat. Breathing in through that belly. Pull the elbow in beneath the knee. Keeping that back flat. Find that balance. Stretch it out. Nice and long. Reach. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull the elbow in. Knee in. Hold. Push it out. Nice strong back. Your core is getting stronger. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop it down. Go ahead and push it back into that child's pose. Breathe. And let that upper body just sink into the ground, stretching that low back. Push yourself back up into your quadruped position. All right, from here, you're going to bring your right arm up to your ear, and I'm going to have you open up that chest. So we want to try and see the camera with an open chest, elbows up to the ceiling. And then I'm going to have you bring your right elbow to your left elbow. Open it up. thoracic stretch, trying to keep those hips right over your knees and bring it down. Open it up one more time, open that chest, try and look to the ceiling, and then drop it down. And then you get it all the way through this time, all the way through, dropping that palm up, drop down under that shoulder, stretch that at the back. You want to drop the right left arm out of the way and get a deeper stretch. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Bring the arm in, push yourself back up. Find your nice flat quadruped position. Back is flat. Your arms are right under your shoulders. Knees readjust if you need to. You're going to do the same thing with that left arm. So the left arm comes up to the ear and you're going to try and open up. You can see how much tighter I am on this side. But you're trying to get that elbow all the way up to the ceiling, open that chest up, and bring it all the way back down to the right elbow. Open it up. Stretch that chest, stretch that shoulder, close it down. One more time, open up, breathe in, breathe out. And undo that arm and stretch it all the way through, threading it through the right arm, drop the hips down, stretch out that back, breathing in, breathing out. And bring yourself back to your quadruped position. We're going to have you spread your feet through your hands and go to your backside, sitting on the ground. Whew. My shoulders are feeling this. I want you to feel your feet on the ground, nice and strong. I'm going to chair this away from you. Good. You're gripping onto those knees, right? And now I want you to feel those shoulders. Feel my shoulders around it. I want you to feel those shoulders open up and stretch back. So now I have a straight line in my spine. My feet are shoulder width apart. And I'm going to let go of my knees, using my core muscles to keep me nice and tall.